Yeah, thank you, Mandisa. It is a good morning. It is the first day of May 2014. It is May Day, by the way. May Day. May Day. May Day. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning, Larry.
Nice looking day, but we got rain coming. We've got rain behind us, ahead of us, and all around us.
Yeah.
But right now, it's pretty nice, right?
It's beautiful out there.
Our friend Doug Smith is in the studio with us this Thursday morning. Good morning, Doug.
Yeah, good morning to you.
How you doing over there?
I'm doing all right.
You know, I noticed you love this opening song. This is Mandisa. I know you know that's Mandisa, but did you know that Mandisa was in Ocala recently? She was singing over at the First Baptist Church. You missed her.
Rats.
Oh, man. Listen. What if anybody said to her, you know, they use your song every single morning on WOCA at the Source?
Yeah. Maybe Bob told her.
Yeah. A couple of people we know went to see her.
Yeah.
Well, good morning. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. It is going to be a rainy day, so get out that thing that you were holding on to for a rainy day. In fact, it's rainy today, tomorrow, and it'll be rainy for a few days.
Yeah. Don't forget the umbrellas.
You don't forget the umbrella. It is 67 degrees here at the Paddock Mall. And one of the things, I guess I could throw this in now since I mentioned the rain, the Relay for Life that was scheduled, Relay for Life, am I saying it right?
Yes.
To raise money for cancer?
The American Cancer Society.
That was scheduled for tomorrow night, has been postponed to a week from tomorrow.
Yep.
The 9th.
Yep.
And that was going to be at the Blessed Trinity Catholic Church.
Catholic High School.
The high school, thank you.
Yeah, Trinity Catholic High School.
Mix up churches and schools. And I'm guessing, now nobody's told me this, but I'm guessing the rain will probably affect the First Friday Art Walk tomorrow night, too.
It probably will.
Probably will, so
Yeah.
we don't know.
So we might not be there tomorrow.
Yeah, we might not be there.
Not be there
They've had a lot of First Friday rainouts.
Yeah, they have.
It's an interesting kind of a pattern that we've seen since we have been volunteering to do that. It's kind of fun though when it does happen, when it does come together. It's a wonderful, really thing.
It is. It's wonderful.
All right. Let me tell you what's happening. Last Sunday was Holocaust Remembrance Day, and I don't know how many of you knew that. We remembered it, we talked about it, but we really didn't focus on any part of it other than to say that it was the day. Well, we spoke about it after the fact on Monday. And Rob, just talk for a second. I got a cough button.
Yeah, Holocaust Remembrance Day. It was a very solemn day last Sunday. We made sure that we remembered everybody. We remembered everything that the community has done throughout the years to memorialize the Holocaust Remembrance Day. One year there was Carol and Mike Balbus. They brought an exhibit here to town in conjunction with CFCC. They had the Diary of Anne Frank play. They had all of the some of the photos. It was a traveling exhibit from the Holocaust, and very, very moving.
So at your church, when you say we, did you mean your church? You remembered it?
No, you and I.
Oh, just us here. Okay, I wasn't sure what you meant by we. Okay.
No.
The reason I'm bringing it up today is because, and what it has to do with this morning show, is because I was reading about something, and you know, when I first, I'm always the last to know about everything. I didn't know about Oskar Schindler until Steven Spielberg made the movie Schindler's List.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Okay, so and that was years ago, and I'm not saying anything about Schindler today. I never heard of a Polish man named, oh my goodness, what's his first name? I have his last name here. Witold, Witold, W-I-T-O-L-D, Pilecki. Witold Pilecki. He's a Polish man, and he changed or faked his ID back in the early 40s, so that he would intentionally be put into Auschwitz, into the concentration camp. He did that as a way to kind of see what's going on. I guess nobody realized what was really going on in there.
Yeah.
And so he took on the name of a Jewish person that he thought was dead. He thought was deceased, and memorized all of the man's, pertinent information, personal information. And he allowed himself to be arrested just for the purposes of getting information out to the general public about what was going on in these camps.
Yeah.
His story is fabulously amazing. I don't think the world even knew about him until 1989.
Okay.
Which I know is a few years ago, but still, considering this was 1943 that he did this, we didn't know about him until 1989. his son is the one who I think told the story. Anyway, I was reading the story, and there's more to it than what I've just told you right there. But it's a fascinating story of a man who clearly deserves to be recognized as another hero in that war.
Oh, yeah.
They never cease to stop amazing me when I hear about these stories from when humanity becomes as worse as it can possibly be. Then there's another part of humanity that rises to be the best it can possibly be, and I want to talk about him a little bit at 7:35, if you don't mind. Just kind of a little bit late, better late than never.
Yep.
But kind of focusing on one band who made a difference in the lives of some people.
Yeah, and we had spoken to that one woman that wrote the book, and she had told us that they were even allowed to mail letters. She had postmarks and everything. I forget the name of the book, but it was very moving.
Allowed to mail letters, but when you find out how long it took, it's hard to imagine. Like 4 months to get from Auschwitz to Warsaw, I believe.
Yeah, right.
4 months.
Right. That's a long,
hard
long
to believe.
time.
Anyway, so I'll tell you that at 7:35 if it's okay. And plus, I have a little story on an update from the Obamacare story. At 8:35, we'll talk about the news. There's lots of stuff in the news to talk about, and we'll do that at 8:35. News Bites is what that's called. Hank Whittier will be here at 9:05. Hank Whittier hosts the show called Veterans News. Doug likes Veterans News. See, you should be here on Thursdays all the time. You usually come on Fridays.
I should.
Anyway, Hank will be here, and I know you love Hank and this guy, so you guys bond, don't you? You can you bump fists and stuff like that. Plus, you eat donuts.
Yeah, that's right. It's all about the food.
Natasha. This is a fascinating lady. Natasha Josefowicz, 87 years old.
Wow.
Okay?
Yes.
This lady should have a statue made of her or something. Another name I had never heard of. This lady has done everything. She taught the first college course in the country on women in management. She's one of the first female members of the Rotary International in California. She's got an accent. I was trying to figure out where she was from. I'll ask her when she's on at 9:35. She's in California now.
Yeah.
She has hosted her own television segment on a few different times in her life. She's a nationally syndicated columnist. She has appeared on Larry King, which I don't even think he's got his own show anymore. Sally Jesse Raphael, who's no longer even alive. Dr. Ruth.
Oh, she's going strong.
Dr. Ruth is going strong, but Dr. Ruth had a sex show, so
That's right.
I'm not really sure what Natasha Josefowicz is going to tell us about that. She's a poet, an author, and she lost her husband and her son, I believe, in about the same time.
Yeah.
So she's written, and she, of all the things that she knew, this is a very educated, very smart, very wise. I mean, everything you could allow yourself to become, she became.
Yeah,
but she was not able to really grasp or handle the grief of losing her husband and her son, and so she kind of looked at it scientifically, which is kind of the way she is, I guess. She's a PhD. Anyway, so she wrote a book about living. The book is called "Living Without the One You Cannot Live Without." And she wrote it so that she could bring hope and healing to other people who have lost somebody they love. It's a touching story and a very interesting lady. 87 years old, Rob.
Yeah, amazing woman.
Let's talk golf today at 10:05. Jim Beckett will be on with us. He is the founder of the golf college down in the links of Spruce Creek. I know that Galen Unold and Life South are putting together a golf tournament. I've heard the promo. I think Dan does the promo.
Yep.
Does Dan do the promo?
Yep.
And so I would imagine that Dan's going to be in the tournament.
Oh, sure. Dan and Galen are golf buddies.
So if you are interested in golfing, whether it's for the tournament or not, Jim will be on the air to answer questions about golf, and you can always go down and see him. He's the guy who taught us. And if anybody can teach us golf, then I guess he can teach anybody.
Yeah.
That person.
Great guy.
Pamela Coford is coming on at 10:35. She is the director of the Court-Appointed Special Advocates, which is a child advocacy program in Oregon. And she's written a book called Joyride. She's the survivor of child abuse.
Yes.
And she's written a book about that, Life, Death, and Forgiveness. It's her memoir. Mm-hmm. Kind of a touching morning this morning, huh?
Very much so.
That's all right. I do have a nudist run to tell you about, too.
Oh, good. I'm all ears.
Just to lighten it up a little bit. This coming Sunday is a nudist run. Down in Tampa, by the way.
Nice. We'll take our camera down there.
11:05. You're invited. I'll tell you in a minute. We got to go to the news.
Yeah.
Anna Rossetti is coming on at 11:05. She's the manager of Ocala Health's Senior Wellness Community Center and H2U Wellness Program. She'll be in the studio to talk about that during our Health Matters segment at 11:05. Fun with Joe today. We've got some more Are You Smarter Than a College Student questions, and Galen will not be on, but I do have a little bit of information that we were going to share with him regarding May Day. It's kind of the pagan part of May Day. So. All right, hang in there. Here comes news. We'll be back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Steve Rappaport.
4.5 feet of water in our driveway. It was over the hoods of both our cars. Probably a good 3 feet of water in the house.
Flooded out in Florida.
26 counties across northern Florida are in a state of emergency following Wednesday's harsh flooding, which is blamed for at least one death. Close to 2 feet of rain fell in less than 48 hours.
Fox Radio's Eben Brown, a jail in Pensacola that sustained heavy flooding, partially collapsed last night after a gas explosion. 2 inmates killed.
It's still a little nerve-wracking when you look out your window and everything behind your house is burned and you continue to see fire.
A wildfire near Los Angeles burning more than 1,000 acres. Fire crews hope to gain ground before winds pick up again. He came clean last year.
Yes, I have some looked at crack cocaine, probably in one of my drunken stupors.
And Toronto Mayor Rob Ford wants to get clean, heading to rehab for substance abuse. Fox News. We report, you decide.
There's more to Fox News Radio than meets the ear. Go behind the headlines and join the conversation on the hottest stories of the day on the Fox News Radio Facebook page. Be a part of the Fox News Radio Facebook fan community. Post comments and tell us your opinions. See behind-the-scenes photos and videos and post your reactions to the stories that matter to you. Click the like button on Facebook and connect with breaking news and features like Fox in the Fast Lane, House Call for Help, and more. Go to facebook.com/Fox News Radio.
Weeknights, we're busting out a brand new lineup. First, market fraud, government abuse, corruption. At 5, nothing's off limits on money with Melissa Francis. Then, from bloated bank fees to consumer scams. At 6, Jerry's exposing the issues impacting your wallet. Plus, get smart market insight and trusted analysis you won't find anywhere else. At 7, Lou Dobbs is all business. And the first and last name in business, Cavuto, shedding light on the biggest stories making headlines at 8. Only on the Fox Business Network.
Now is the time to take advantage of Florida Credit Union's CD specials. Our 36-month CD comes in at 1.46% APY. A 24-month is working for you at 1.0% APY. All CD rate specials require $10,000 minimum. With friendly service and rates like these, it's not hard to see why Florida Credit Union has your CD options covered. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Call 352-237-8222 for more information. Must act by 4/30/14.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
So whether